Hey guys, and welcome to the Get Live podcast. Today we're joined by a couple of people, just random people. Really, it doesn't really matter who we're talking to today. But we're joined by Nathan. Nathan, which company are you from again?
I'm from Koei Tecmo Europe, and I do the PR and marketing here. I'm that cool.
Basically, yeah. So we're here at their office. This is actually, I think, the first time. We're not actually in the office. We're in a meeting room. Yeah, we're here today to talk about Koei. I believe it's going to be their 40th birthday this year, July 25th. So basically, we're here. We're going to talk about everything Koei. You guys have requested it, and it's been a long time in the making, I would say. And before we start this, I just wanted to tell you guys that this episode is brought to you by Crunchyroll. You guys can go and check out Crunchyroll for we've got 14-day. If you sign up for Crunchyroll Premium using our code crunchyroll.com/kunai. Before we start, we want to extend our thanks to Koei for all the awesome games past 40 years and stuff. We'd like to thank Nathan, PR manager at Koei Europe, because he's taken the time out of his day to talk to us, and I really do appreciate that, and thank you very much. Our first interview on this podcast, first ever interview with anyone, was with Chin from Koei. So it's nice that we've come back to Koei and we're really dedicated in just talking to Koei and just... Okay, let's get right into the questions. Let's talk about the releases that have happened this year as well as last year, 2017. Just give us a quick run through and what those games are like, and then we'll talk about each one of them.
Is there pressure to do this in release order?
No.
Because I feel like it needs to be in alphabetical. Okay, so from last year. So we started off last year with Atelier Charlie Plus on the Vita. Then Atelier Ferris, The Alchemist and the Mysterious Journey. Just afterwards, Berserk and the Band of the Hawk, Tokuden 2, Samurai Warriors Spirit of Sanada, or Sanada Maru. We then had, it's on my head, Blue Reflection, Knights of Azure 2. We had Neo on PC, cool. And then we've had this year with, obviously, Dynasty Warriors 9, and now AO. We've had two really nice big titles at the beginning of 2018 to kind of ease us into the new year.
So I just wanted to know, is there anything for the rest?
There is. So next Friday, the 30th, we have Atelier Lydian Swell, The Alchemists and the Mysterious Paintings, which is the final entry into the mysterious sub-series for Gust. And then we also have just announced Warriors Orochi 4, which will be coming sometime this year. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We announced it at the Omega Force concert they had in Japan on Saturday. It's really cool. It's good. It's nice.
So I really wanted to get into the 2017 releases because I really enjoyed some of them. So the ones that I played, really. I didn't get to play all of them, but Tokiden 2 was amazing.
Yeah.
I really love the open world in that, and it was such a good compliment to Tokiden Kiwami. It was just a good game, all around, amazing game. What other games were there? You just mentioned them, I forgot. Sanada Maru, that's amazing.
Sanada was like the best character I've ever seen from the Samurai Warriors series. He was just the real OG. Yeah. Like, it was about time he became an actual character in the game, in my opinion, and it was just like the perfect entry point for him. Yeah, just respect for that game.
I like that game. It was quite nice. It kind of gave me a Tokiden feel, only because gathering and then that kind of open world aspect, running from one battlefield to the other. It was quite nice. It was very refreshing for a Samurai Warriors game. I don't know. I just really liked it. Cinematics were nice.
I really enjoyed Samurai Warriors too. Then usually when you get like a sort of a spin-off sort of like series, it's like, okay, this is just a filler game. It was not like that. It just wasn't like that. It was just so good. I can't explain it. I don't have any other words for it. I just really enjoyed it. It felt like another.
Yeah.
It felt like another Samurai Warriors game, felt like a spin-off.
Yeah, no, I think the story focused version was really interesting. It's something that hadn't really been properly done before. I really liked it. It was good. I had a lot of fun with that game. It's really cool.
I think we need like an anime series of like Masayuki and them. Yes. Just like introduce him in there.
We have the Samurai Warriors anime. That was awesome.
I think you need to throw that to your teams.
Guys, you need this.
You need this.
What if we get like 1,000 likes on this podcast? Do we do it by likes? What do we measure by? Downloads?
I think last time when we had Chin on the podcast, we actually crashed iTunes.
Oh damn!
And it was KG time.
I can't live up to Chin's legacy. What's this all about? You can't do this to me.
I'm sorry, you gotta be better.
I don't know if I can be better than Chin.
No, I don't think. Well, I don't want to say I don't think anyone can do better. Human being at the end of the day, but I think you're doing really well, and we're
Props to
really
Chin.
impressed with everything that you've been doing so far.
Arigato gozaimasu.
I
can speak Japanese.
We're all weebs here, guys.
English to be fair. This guy's just running Japanese everywhere.
What else? There were some really nice games as well. I think the main one that kind of is engraved into my mind was Blue Reflection. And that game was just, to me, it seemed like at first when you suggested that we get like review copies for it, I thought, what the fuck is this game? It felt like I didn't know what it was, so I searched it and I was like, oh no, it's one of those games with anime girls, and I thought it was something different, like than what it was. I thought it was going to be something like Senran Kagura, and it was just like,
It was going on in my head. I'm like, yeah.
but it was really nice. It was really refreshing. It kind of, to me, it had this Persona vibe to it, in the sense that it's set in a high school. You're going through these girls' lives and their experiences and their problems, and it's like, wow, Koei knows. Like, I'm not a girl, but I felt really like upset, and I was just like, man, these girls have like depression, and they have like I thought it was like, oh, we got problems with our boyfriends, but no, there's like serious issues raised by this game. I don't mean like that. I mean like sometimes with certain Japanese games, they hit on the stereotypes, but this game just done such a service to humanity, and I think it's a very human game. Like, very relatable. Even me as a male, I related to the game a lot, and I was like, wow, I feel...
It really hits school life. I think everyone that's been to school can, like, relate to Blue Reflection in some way. Like, kind of just the way the game works, the way kind of the after class, friendship systems, the problems they have at school. I think even if you're not a girl, you're a guy, you can all kind of relate to that kind of general feel of the game. But yeah, obviously, it was really nice. It was a nice approach for Gust, because obviously we have the Atelier games normally. I think it was a nice difference having a school space system instead of, games like new to work with, I think.
What I enjoyed mainly about it was also the battle system. The music was just so good. Everything about the game was just amazing. Like, you go into it not expecting anything, and then it's like, wow, this game really surprised me. I'm very impressed, and I was like, to this day, I actually play that game. Like, I don't, like, it doesn't really have much replay value, but it's like, I want to start the whole story again. I want to play it again. And I don't know. There's something about it. It's just so well designed as well. And the scenery looks great. It's just a great game. You've probably seen my review on it. It's just amazing. And we'll do an episode specifically about Blue Reflection, because I think it's a game everyone needs to play sometime in their life. And if there's a sequel, I would be very happy. Because this game changed my life. What else? What other games was there?
We have Neo, obviously on PC.
That's a re-release, correct?
So yeah, it came out on PS4 in February, published by Sony. So we were the developer. That we released it ourselves and published ourselves in November. I had to think about that one. Yeah, November on PC. So that was the entire package. That was all the DLC packaged in, and the complete Neo collection. And that's really cool. I mean, if you like Mastercore games, it's good fun. If you don't, it's a challenge. I can tell you that much. Like, going into like a Mastercore game as like just a general action hacker slash fanboy.
I haven't played it, but from what I know, it's kind of like that.
It has like a Dark Souls-esque vibe, I suppose. Obviously, you kind of die, and you have to kind of repeat that and get that challenge of trying to work out what's the best way to defeat people. I don't know, it feels like it goes beyond that a little bit. It has a lot kind of more of a focused story, unlike Dark Souls. I don't play Dark Souls very much. I can't comment fully on this. But yeah, obviously it has like a very focused story. You follow William as he sets off from England. Like a really nice Tower of London battle scene at the beginning. And then you go to Japan as he becomes a samurai and learns the ways of the Japanese, which is really cool.
I find his story very interesting, and it's not necessarily from knowing anything about the game. It was actually playing All Stars.
Yeah, he was.
And he was in All Stars, and all of his lines are in English, and it was so cool. It was just like you don't expect it, and it's just like, whoa, guy's speaking English, and he's like, I don't know. It was cool, especially his interactions with other characters, and that's another thing I really liked about All Stars, and it's also something that I like about Orochi 4, which we don't know anything about. I like it already. I can tell you. I'm sold. As soon as I saw that 4, I was like, whoa, numbers.
No, I think everyone's going mental over it, especially on Facebook. It's like, I just woke up and all of a sudden I was like, where is Orochi 4? Where is Orochi 4? I was like, I could barely even open my eyes at that moment to see like what's going on. I even see the release date. All I just see is everyone's like panicking, getting excited over where is Orochi 4, which is fair enough. The previous.
I think it's because Orochi 4 is a game that means a lot to a lot of people. It's like it brought in a lot of different fans. Like I remember Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors fans. They never used to play each other's games. They was like, no, I'm Samurai Warriors guy. I'm a Dynasty Warriors person. Blah blah blah. And we used to be those people.
I think that game brought me into Samurai Warriors. To be fair, if I had not played, because I used to be only like Dynasty Warriors, and like even before then wasn't really into DOA either. I feel like as soon as I played Warriors Orochi like 3. Yeah, Warriors Orochi 3, the first installment of it, I was like, okay, so this is Yukimura, this is Keiji Maeda, this is like Kasumi when I played Ultimate, and I was like, I really need to get into these games. I really enjoyed it as well. It's like it's a good like place to start up and just like realize other like sort of games that Koei has as well. It's a good starter point, an entry point. What would be really interesting though is if no one's really like into, obviously if you've got people who are more into the Warriors series, if you manage to include maybe like 1 or 2 Titans in there, you know, like an Eren Yeager. I don't know how that's possible.
There are characters in the past Orochi games that are massive, like the Hydra. That's like a big boss. Like you could,
Oh my God.
but at the same time, it's like there's a licensing issue with that because it's not Koei's
You can dream.
thing, is it? Yeah, Legend of Zelda characters, which Koei has done before.
Nintendo are not dev teams that do that.
No.
Not in the Orochi game. I should
Whoa.
very specifically in Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, of course. That's another thing. Hyrule Warriors is just such a nice game as well. A lot of people were shocked that such a game could exist. Like, let's be real. A lot of people kind of are very harsh on Koei for like hack and slash and saying it's very repetitive and things. But I would say you see those same people playing Hyrule Warriors and like, this game's amazing. And to be honest, it is. Dynasty, yeah, exactly. And I think that's one of the other games that brought a lot of people into the Dynasty Warriors franchise. Anything with the Warriors name on it, it's just.
I think the collabs worked really well for us. Obviously, we had Fire Emblem Warriors last year, and then we've had Hyrule Warriors and Dragon Quest Heroes, and all these games just draw in bigger audiences. They try it out because it's their favorite franchise, and then they're like, "Oh, I want some more of that. That was cool." And then Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors are just waiting, waiting to be loved in the background, and they come over. But no, I mean, I think that's what's nice about it, because a lot of like friends played Fire Emblem Warriors with me, and then they realized afterwards that these games were really cool. They just hadn't given them the light of day, and that's nice. I think that's nice that we can get people in with wider audiences, I suppose.
Finally, it's obviously based on like a real story. Fair enough, you've got like a bit of banter and a bit of laughter in there. Like, I don't know, with Magawichi being the flirty person he is and all that stuff, you recreate the person's like personality, the characteristics as well, even though it's slightly different, but to make them a bit more lovable as well. At the same time, it's like, for example, I can't remember what it was. I was like, I'm trying to be so careful not to give out any dice scores, like spoilers away. But it's like you see it happen in the cutscene, and you're like, did this actually happen in real life? And you sort of like, I don't want to say Wikipedia, but yeah, you sort of Wikipedia, and you find out, oh my god, this is like did really happen. It's like really interesting to see like the realistic bits like come to life in the video game. Like you're sort of living history again. That's what I like about it. Yeah.
There's a lot more references in the Orochi franchise as well, because you get like more opportunity to flesh out characters and such. So.
Can I say it from previous games? Like I remember in Samurai Warriors, basically you had like Mitsunari and your I can't pronounce his name.
I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Like, you know, the guy wearing all the linen and all that stuff. Yeah. So like you had him there. This is around the time when Hideyoshi had like sort of not conquered all of Japan, but like sort of was almost there with unification. And he's drinking out of like the little teacup, and all you see is like he shares it with Yoshiguchi. I can't pronounce his name. That did happen in real life. Well, or maybe it might be a tale, but I read it somewhere like he actually drank from the same cup as him, even though it's like he's got, you know, leprosy and stuff. It just exactly.
The interesting thing is, if we don't see that scene in Orochi 4, I'll be upset. Because it's like Orochi 4 is all about fan service, and people are going to go crazy for the fans. There was so much fan service in All Stars, and there was like 30 characters in All Stars or 40 characters in All Stars. So, and it's crazy. So imagine, I doubt Orochi 4 will remove characters, but it was
30 characters. Like there's like how many characters in Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors? How do you only manage to pick 30 characters?
I mean, I can't talk for the dev team, obviously, because they do a lot of hard work on that. It's tough, because they have to obviously get the favourite characters, and if they take favourite characters, it leaves out other people's favourite characters. But, you know, in Japan, they have a lot of polls and quizzes which help them determine who's the best. Oh. Prep to Zalian.
I love the guy. Like, he's one of those characters, I don't think I've ever met anyone that's hated him.
You can't hate him.
You
can't hate him.
He's just a naturally good guy.
You have to love.
He's just like a good guy. Like, he's just like the safe character.
He is good, and I like playing as him. And I think Warriors All Stars was like really unique for the team, because we even had like the Atelier guys. We had to make sure the best Ateliers were in there. I don't know, it was cool. I liked it. I thought they did a good roster for that one.
From what I know, that the characters rosters are just very nice. Like you got Hayabusa, you got Kasumi. They took, I think Ayane was taken as well in the game. Oh no, she's in the game, right? And then you got Mari Rose, and you got Honoka. You got characters from every game, which is just, it's nice. And you also got original characters like the furries.
The what?
They call them the furries online. I don't know if you played the game, but it's like the foxes and dogs and stuff, and they're like, it kind of like, in Orochi you got like snake characters. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
The same sort of thing. For me, it felt like a precursor to Orochi 4. Like, it felt like, I thought at first I didn't expect Orochi 4's announcement. I thought this was going to replace Orochi 4 and just we'll see in All Stars 2, All Stars 3, etc. Because the story was quite nice.
Do you know what I like about Warriors Orochi as well? The mystic characters where you had like people like Shuten Doji. I can't like you had all these like cool characters as well, and it's just like Kagawa.
Yeah, but I think that was an Orochi 3 thing.
Yeah.
Because to be honest,
I don't think there is. Is there a video game out there where you have all these?
yeah, I think it's called Mystic Heroes. It was a PS2 game. I don't know if you remember. It's really old. You might have it in the office somewhere, but it's a really old game.
Excited for Warriors Orochi because that's where you have all the characters there.
So they took some characters from there, like the guy with the cloud,
As well, like,
Suwokong. But a lot of them are taken from like mythical story, Journey to the West, or Story of Creation in Japan and stuff like that. So I don't work for Koei, so I can't really say anything because I don't know anything. But if I was to make a guess, I would say that they're going to continue doing that because they're not going to remove characters. That would just be a shit thing. Even Hyper and even Ultimate introduced more characters in. More mythical characters from Chinese mythology. I'm thinking, looking at the teaser, and I don't like to analyze teasers, but it looks like not like a Colosseum, what do you call it, mausoleum or something? Like a Greek type building. It makes me think that there's going to be more god. I want to see Izanagi. I want to see Izanami. I want to see the whole thing because you've already got Susanoo and Orochi, and there's that whole story. Achilles is from a game that we don't want to mention. Warriors, Legends of Troy. I think that it was an alright game. I think he kind of redeemed himself in that game. The studio's shut down, isn't it? It's Koei Canada. No? Yeah. R.I.P. They're with Harambe now.
The team will still exist though. They're still part of KTHQ now.
So they're all in Japan. They exist. I work with some of the guys on the PR end still. The dev teams are there. They're great guys.
So they just shut down the studio.
They moved back to Japan and started working from there. I think it was maybe easier. I'm not sure how it really fully worked. I wasn't actually around at that point, but I got stories. They took me out. They took me out for sake, and I was like, I love you guys already. just a bit of sake, and that's all I need.
Going on to the next question, because we've spent all of our time on one question about the releases.
we started with one.
Kevin, recently I got him to Dynasty Warriors. A lot of the people within our team didn't like Dynasty Warriors. They had preconceptions. Dynasty Warriors, people are like, oh, it's a button mashing game, blah, blah, blah. And I love Dynasty Warriors, so I have to just defend it. I got him into Dynasty Warriors 8 around the time it came released on PC because he's a PC gamer. He was really impressed by it, and he was just a big fan of Jinkai. And I don't get it. Jinkai is just like,
she had so much more of a story in Dynasty Warriors 5, didn't she, rather than 8?
She did, because she was a new character to Dynasty Warriors 5. But
If you like Dynasty Warriors 8, imagine if you play like the previous installments when she was just fresh in the realm.
she's a completely different character to that. Like, the weapons changed, her personality changed as well.
She was overpowered.
But she does remind me of Zhang Fei's wife a lot. Previously. In Dynasty Warriors 5, reminds me a lot of Zhang Fei's wife in Dynasty Warriors 9. But anyway, I don't want to get into that. But it's... You'll see it if you play back Dynasty Warriors 5 again. They have very similar characters in terms of their personality, and you can see, they're related. Like, you can see the relation there. Kevin liked Jinkai, and I don't understand why, because Jinkai is just... There's better characters than Jinkai. And it's just like... Wang Yuanji, best girl, we know that. But there's better characters. Zhang Chunhua. She just busts... Yeah, she busts his balls all the time. Like, before he was this ultimate guy, and he was just like, nothing can stop him, except for his wife.
Even when his wife was not in the scenario, not in the same scene, which is what I saw in Dynasty Warriors 8, he's still like this really heavy kind of guy. Like, you can't mess with Sumai. You don't. But as soon as she comes into the equation, we're there with like bowl of meat buns and stuff like that. Proper
But not necessarily demasculates him, but it humanizes him. He seems like he becomes this family guy, like, because he has children, but you don't really see him interact with his children until his wife comes into play, and then you're like, this guy.
Make her starve? I think I read this in like real life. One time he made her like starve for some reason, or like she got really annoyed. Basically, he must have found out she murdered one of the like housemaids or something like that because. I love Sumagi's story, by the way. So I think maybe it's like Sao wanted to like obviously bring him into Wei and like employ him and whatever, but then he kept saying that he was too sick and whatever. I think one time the rain hit down hard and soaked up all of his Art of War scrolls, like one of his scrolls, stuff like that. And then the maid saw him, that he was actually well in health. And I think Zhang Chunhua noticed and actually like killed the maid. I think later on, like to basically hide it, because you don't want to mess with Cao Cao. Like if you lie to Cao Cao, you're done, basically. And I think what happened with that, like afterwards, he found out and got really annoyed or something like that. And then she must have like started to starve herself and whatever. And her sons actually begged Sima Yi to like sort of make up with her. I don't know the full story 100%. Might be BS.
So what you're saying is, Sima Yi was trying to take time off work because he was ill.
I try it every day.
But you try it, yeah?
I've tried, killing the maid, and it doesn't work.
Cao Cao isn't like, I don't know, he's just one of those people, like, if you mess with Cao Cao, got on the wrong side of him, you're done.
You mean Cao Cao?
Yes, Cao Cao.
But yeah, back to the whole Jinkai thing. Do you agree with Kevin's statement?
Oh, young Kevin. Wang Yuanji.
Suck on that, Kevin. I've been saying Wang Yuanji's best character forever, since she was introduced in Dynasty Warriors 7, and,
No one gives Yu Ying any love anymore. She was like a boss character in Dynasty Warriors 4 and 5.
You know what I think it is? I think Yu Ying, they tried to just make her look so good. And she's supposed to be ugly. Like, no offense.
No, it's
She's
not like that
in
at
history,
all. They
yeah.
said she's like ugly because she has yellow skin and all that, but that's not
But she's really
how
smart.
it is.
But she's really smart, and that's why Zhuge Liang married her, because it was the brain. You mentioned Wang Yuanji, but Wang Yuanji's best girl or favorite character?
Oh, you put me on the spot now. This is a hard one. No, we'll go with best girl. I do, as much as it's gonna be like super mainstream, prefer Lu Bu as like my main boy. He was like one of the characters when I was growing up. I was just like, he is so cool. Like, I'm not scared of that guy. I want to be that guy. I mean, looking back, I don't want to be that guy, but I mean, looking back.
Yeah, I see the appeal with Lu Bu, because in the past games, you had to work hard just to get Lu Bu. Like, you have to unlock every character before you get to Lu Bu and things like that.
It's a reward.
It was a reward. To be OP was a reward. Although I'm not a fan of Lu Bu. I prefer Zhou Yu. Zhou Yu, my guy, Zhou Yu.
I felt like I loved his story, and I don't want to give away spoilers in Dynasty Warriors 9, but so when like
Don't spoil. I haven't.
okay, pass the mic.
I haven't played his story yet because I don't like his weapon. I don't like the stick. All right, and I've been saying, Koei, you got to change it back and put his sword, but no.
Well, I think
Every
Dynasty
character gets their
Warriors
weapon
9
back.
did
It's
him
so weird.
like a bit more justice, to be fair.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'll
because
play
for some
it.
reason, like the first couple of installments of the game, it was all about Zhou Yu and like Sun Ce and like all these people. Like it was like really OP for Wu back then. But I feel like even like now they're bringing it back to him. It's like I feel like in between these games, although he was an amazing strategist, I feel like it sort of got forgotten a little bit with all these like new kingdoms and characters. I feel like they did him justice in this game.
So what you're saying is that everyone was focused on Wang Yuanji, that they forgot about him.
Yeah.
Probably that's
And
probably
I
it.
feel like the best thing about Dynasty Warriors 9 is the fact that they're bringing like focus like all the previous characters. Like all these people have like amazing stories, especially like Sun Ce, like the little conqueror. Like they brought like focus back onto these like characters you had like from ages ago, like the original characters.
But I think that's mainly because, and this is what I like about Dynasty Warriors 9, is that they give the opportunity for every character to have the story because it is open world.
Yeah.
So you have the like in past games you can play as any character in any story mode, and it's just so awkward. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm playing as in like Sima Yi in the Battle of Trebi, which he's not in. And it's like you get to play their stories, you get to feel what they're going through. And so far, I've only played Cao Cao's storyline because it's just so long. Yeah. And that's what I like about it. You could just spend so much time.
I like Shao Kahn in Shu's story. Like, I love it. Like it's so funny.
Shao Kahn.
Yeah, when you meet him, when Xiao Yun meets him out of nowhere, it's just it brings a bit of humor back into the game. Yeah. Even though he didn't actually exist in real life, I don't think.
Whoa. No, I don't think.
He didn't. Like, he was brought into the romance of the Fleet.
But there's a lot of bear in mind this game is not based on history. This game is based on the book, which is loosely based on real life. So there's a lot of characters that don't exist. Guan Suo, Bao Tanyang, Jiao Chan.
Great. I had like a fine babe somewhere. Even if it wasn't the
What?
Fine babe.
Like even if her name wasn't Diao Chan, I'm pretty sure there was like some sort of a Diao Chan in the story somewhere.
It might be the case that Jiao Chan wasn't her real name.
Apparently there was this girl, like they were saying that. Apparently there was this girl, possibly Diao Chan or possibly not Diao Chan, tries to get in between. This is like a folk tale, I think. Tries to get in between Liu Bei, Shang Fei, and Guan Yu. I think Guan Yu's idea was to actually kill her. until I stop them,
Well,
going
Guan
for
Yu
my
used to be a butcher, so I think he knows how to dispose of a body, right?
There was this girl who was supposed to be like, it's a folk tale though, like he was supposed to be
Wait. So you're saying that there was a story where Diao Chan was
trying to get in between all of them, or like.
So I've got something here. I wasn't supposed to reveal it, but this is Kesen 3.
Oh,
And
Nice.
you spoke about Diao Chan and Liu Bei. Oh, sorry. Kesen 2. This is Kesen 2.
Kesen 3, I'm pretty sure was based on Nobunaga. and stuff.
Kesen 3 was Nobunaga, and then the first one was the Ieyasu. But this is Kesen 2. This had the craziest story.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you've remembered playing this game.
As a kid, loosely I remember
Yeah,
playing it.
it's so weird.
Who was South supposed to be?
South? No. Spoilers for this 10-year plus old game. What's more than 10 years? Almost 20 years old. It still works. This is the original copy that we got. I still do play this game. It's actually one of my favorites. But this game actually had Liu Bei and Cao Cao as brothers.
Yeah.
And you didn't find out until the end. And it was like, I'm brothers with Liu Bei. And Diao Chan loves Liu Bei, but Cao Cao wants to steal Diao Chan. And it actually won IGN Strategy Game of the Year. I can't remember.
I think they need to bring back
It was really old. Someone actually suggested, they said, when you go and speak to Koei, tell them to bring back Kasen. I was like, okay, I will try. It wasn't. No, it was me. It was actually me. No, it was Papa Gian on Twitter. He told me, tell them to bring back Kasen.
I'll mention it to the team.
It's something I've been mentioning so many times. But there's other games that have kind of taken. Nobunaga's Ambition is pretty similar, and then Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and even Bladestorm, which is pretty similar.
Yeah.
But this game I don't think will ever work in real life. Huh? Himiko was in the game, who's also a character in Orochi. This game was weird. Let's not. It's such a weird game. It's like Yu Ying in the game was a weirdo, and then.
Oh my god! Do you remember that cutscene when it was like Shang Fei? Like I think Mei died, and obviously we were too young to understand.
It's so weird.
And he was drinking wine in the next cutscene and eating this like huge leg of lamb or something like that. And we got really like scared and freaked out. So obviously how old are we?
I think we were 6 or 7 years old when playing this game.
Your first thought when you saw
the character just died and he was depressed, and I'm like, and the next cutscene he was just eating, and we were like, oh my god, and he just.
So if a family member of mine died, and then the next time you saw me, I was eating a leg of lamb, you'd assume that I'd like eaten my family.
Probably.
The cutscene was straight after the death, and we were like, "What the hell just happened?"
And it didn't help because he was imagining his daughter because and he's crying, and I'm like, is he eating his daughter?
No, but how old were we? I think we were old enough to know that he shouldn't.
No. I think we were dumb kids, right? We were like 6 or 7 years old. Like we had vivid imaginations.
What time was?
I think 2003 this game came out or something, or 2000.
As a reminder to all listeners, you should.
I think made in Australia.
Yeah, don't eat your children, guys.
2001.
2001. So this is even before. So we were 7 when in 2003 we were 5. Okay, so 3 minus 2 years.
Yeah, but come on, like.
6. We were 6.
Yeah, but 6-year-olds should know.
We were dumb, man. We actually like it's.
Do you know what that is?
No, we didn't know. We didn't know until we were 8. 2 years later. But this game had some really nice characters. It had like Bao Yang was in the game. Apparently, Zhang Fei had like 3 daughters, which was a bit weird because we didn't know about that.
But didn't he in the previous like Dynasty Warriors, back when you had like the bodyguards? Wasn't there like a couple of bodyguards named after?
Yes, in Dynasty Warriors 4, because this came around the same time as Dynasty Warriors 4, Dynasty Warriors 5, they named characters from this. I'm guessing it was like to promote the game, hey, about the game, do you know what I mean? Yeah, just pretty much. But there's some characters that are just so funny. But they also use the same voice actors as the Dynasty Warriors franchise, and it was nice. So Cao Cao was, I think this is the first game that they called him Cao Cao. I'm not sure. It's a nice game. Such a rare game.
I know. We've got tons in the office actually.
You really? Champion Jockey. Great game.
Everyone. Like, I get certain messages being like, "Can you let me know if there's a new Champion Jockey?" I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But Champion Jockey was amazing.
It was.
I love
And
it.
it's a game about racing horses, but it's just so cool.
Why wouldn't you want to race?
I don't. You know what I don't understand? It's such an Japanese game and a Japanese idea, but it was so well executed, and it's just.
It was on that UK game show. I forgot what it's called. The one with Dara Brian.
Oh.
I forgot what it's called. The name's on the tip of my tongue.
It's in Dave, isn't it?
Yeah, on Dave channel, and they played it on there. We were talking with them. They messaged me. I was like, "Do you have any copies left?" I was like, "I don't know. Like, this is ages old."
PS2 game.
Yeah, we had copies. Yeah. So we had some copies and we sent them over, and they were playing it, and I was just like, "This is so cool!" Like, I didn't think we'd even have copies left in the office, but so yeah.
DOA volleyball. Oh, whoa. Hell yeah, man. I've noticed that speaking of that DOA Paradise thing, the Game Grumps. You don't know about Game Grumps. Do you know about the Game Grumps? They were playing the game. They were playing all of them, and they were like, yeah, we want to replay the game. And they were like, I wish there was a new one that came out. I don't think they know that there was a new game, obviously, because it's Japan only. But it's pretty interesting. Speaking of DOA, I don't know if you can talk about this, but there was an Attack on Titan crossover with DOA a couple of years back when the first game came up. What did you think of that map?
I liked it.
You liked it?
I'm a big Attack on Titan fan, and I will support any anime that we ever do.
Yeah.
And we obviously had the Attack on Titan and Fairy Tail anime packs in that one. So you had the Fairy Tail costumes, and Attack on Titan we had the Scout costumes, and then you had the level, like the stage of the Colossal Titan. I liked it. I thought it was cool. I generally do choose that one when we're doing like battles in the office, mainly because it looks cooler when I win.
Do you guys have when we have an argument, we settle it with DOA. We're like,
okay, yeah, I like that.
Do you guys have the same sort of thing?
We don't really argue in the office. I mean, we have like heated discussions if we have different ideas, but I wouldn't say we argue. But obviously, on Fridays it's a chill day. We'll gather around.
If you guys were thinking, okay, what should we eat for lunch today? And then one of you guys wants pizza, the other one wants like Chinese.
I really want Chinese. Let's kill you.
So do you not you don't chill out and play the game?
We do chill out every Friday afternoon. We all kind of have like a nice chilled lunch. We go out for lunch, and then we kind of come back and maybe play 2 or 3 hours of games, which is always fun. We play some Dead or Alive. Generally, it's the go-to choice. I am the champion at the moment.
Where is it?
If anyone's listening from the office, I just want to claim that now. It might change this Friday.
So who's your main opponent?
My main character.
Oh, I was asking.
We got two characters. We got 2 questions.
Who's your nemesis in the office in terms of DOA? Like, who's the guy that can give you the best competition?
Oh God, it's our content creator actually. He's gonna love that I shout him out right now. Josh, our content creator. He does all our trailers and all our fancy fun stuff. He's the toughest person to beat, mainly because he actually knows the combos really well, and I like to button mash when I play these games. Nice. So he was beating everyone. They came to me. I was like, I've gotta win this.
So who do you play as? Who's your main?
I like playing as Mary Rose, and
Oh my God, you guys are the same.
I know, like, you gotta have taste. But yeah, so that's my reigning debate. Mamiji's cool.
Hayato was my original.
Yeah.
A couple of years back when they actually announced Mary Rose, and he was like an MCM, Marilena and Chin were showing us, they had like one of the posters, like a life-size poster, and I was like, she's so short. Like I thought this, I went up to Chin, I was like, Chin, why is she so small? Is there a problem with the poster? And Chin was like, that's her. It's her real height. It's like 4 foot something.
Yeah, she's small.
But she's 18, so...
She's older than Ayane, apparently. Ayane is older than...
I don't think so. I think Ayane is 20.
Maybe they were saying that to like hide the fact that she's...
No. She's... On the record, she's 18. All the characters are 18 and
All the
above.
characters are 18. Yeah.
All the characters are 18. But it's so weird because I think she's like Swedish or something, or...
Oh God, you're testing me now. I'm not sure on that one.
I think she is. Swedish or some sort of Scandinavian.
She's just so good. Like when I play as her, I know I'm gonna win. I'm that good with her. Like the other, I love playing as all the cast. I do switch up a lot when I'm playing with other people, but when I'm playing against Josh, I know I've got to win.
I just tend to play random characters.
That's what we do now.
Random's good.
We just play random, so it's just fair.
If someone ends up with Akira, we're like...
Akira's the worst
He's
character
only
because he
got
has
2
2 move sets.
Punch, jump and punch, kick, and jump and kick. Sorry, that's like 4 moves, but that's what he has. I don't understand how people like are professionals with that character.
Well, bear in mind, it's. I'm presuming he's only there because it's like an homage to Virtual Fighter. Because I think Sega worked on DOA like a little bit or something.
Sarah's an easier character.
Sarah's alright. Sarah's alright. Pi is a really cool character as well.
And there's loads of costumes for him.
Oh, yeah.
We choose costumes a lot in the office.
There's costumes are cool. I'll be honest, and I like what Koei does with the community. And this brings me on to another question about community feedback. Is that a lot of the costumes are costumes that are designed by the community members.
Yeah, I love that.
Cool. Yeah. The teams always like to listen to the community. I mean, for every game, this isn't even just Dead or Alive. You know, that we're always listening. We're always sending them their information from Europe. Obviously, you know, some of the guys can't read English very easily, so we do transfer it over, translate it for them so they can understand, and they like that kind of stuff. I mean, Dead or Alive, the DLC, they like to having kind of that feedback from the community. The DW guys have obviously been working on that recently. AOT2, we had a few fan feedbacks on that before launch for like online modes, and they're working on them because we're kind of supporting online mode for AOT2 for the next few months. So kind of that fan feedback of what would be cool has been like heavily considered by the team before we kind of have released it yet.
And do you guys kind of work with sort of YouTubers and things like that? Because I've noticed with the first Attack on Titan, you had PewDiePie, you had Markiplier, you had a bunch of big creators playing the game and just hype. I'm not sure if Koei gave them the game or not. I presume that they bought the games themselves. I don't know.
No, we did. So kind of part of my job as kind of public relations is to reach out to content creators, influencers. And that's kind of been a big focus for me since I started my career in gaming. I've been very keen on the whole YouTube front. I think kind of working with these kind of YouTubers is like the new way forward. It paves the path for some new kind of content we can create. And AOT Wings of Freedom was my big first one with that. So me and the guy, Eric, the community guy in KTA. Aaron, no, not Aaron. Aaron is we worked together for Wings of Freedom to make sure that kind of all the big content creators had it.
Sure.
And we're doing the same for AOT2. PewDiePie has it, Jacksepticeye has it, kind of all these big guys. They've all been playing it. So... yeah, I mean they're all fans of Attack on Titan, so it's quite nice to have something we can give them as like a gift from us, and they just love playing it. they enjoy it.
I've noticed that a lot. And one content creator that I really want to just give a shout out to. I'm not sure if you know Yoshi Bradley. He's amazing. Just such a cool guy. He's a great Twitch streamer, and I've noticed every time Koei releases a game, he's always playing it, and I like that.
He is on my list.
Yeah. He's a cool guy. Man, I love him.
We were going to meet at TGS. He wasn't able to come sadly, but yeah, we were going to meet last year. So hopefully this year,
Hopefully so.
me and him can catch up. He seems really cool. We work together a lot, so he's always on my list. He gets like review code as early as I can give it. He always sets up streams. He's really easy to work with. He's just really nice to arrange things with. So props to you, man.
What were you gonna say?
I wasn't going to say anything.
You look like you're cringing right there.
No, I'm not.
Was that cringing?
That's me smiling.
All right. Okay. You smiling? What the hell? Then I want to see what you look like when you're cringing.
Smiling.
Nice. That's me smiling. Going back to the original Off the Tangents, we mentioned that you're kind of reaching out to YouTubers and things like that. I've noticed in the past, specifically with Dead or Alive, that there was a game, DOA Dimensions. I don't know if you remember. Yeah. They sent out the big pro players, people like Swoozy, people like Master, Vanessa, these people, and they helped create the game. Obviously not in terms of coding or design, but I mean everything else, right? Yeah. So is that something that Koei is interested in doing in terms of fan feedback and getting more?
Yeah, I mean the devs are really keen on what the fans think. I mean I think Neo was a great example of that, where we had the alpha and the beta, and that wasn't intended just so people could play it. That was actually intended as a way to get feedback. So the way the alpha was before we even shared it out to anyone was a very, very different game than what we finally released. And it was all thanks to the fans. Everyone gave really good thoughts. On the other side, obviously, with DOA, where we had like people like Swoozy and Master. I don't know if you guys know, we actually have Master on our team now. So Master's on our team now, and he promotes DOA. He's the official DOA community man. Shout out to him. He's a great guy. We work quite closely. Yeah, Master's really nice. We work together really closely. So yeah, he's on the team, so he's helping us out with all the events and community feedback. He does like streams with the fans. Sure. So it's really cool.
But he's officially part of Koei's family.
He is a part of us. He's a part of the hashtag KT family. Oh, I slipped it in. I slipped it in.
This is what I actually wanted to get into, beside all the tangents. Do you know the origin of the KT family?
I know very loose origins. Okay. This was before my time at Koei.
Okay.
I was a fan. Chin did try to introduce me.
I don't know if Chin remembers, but I remember there was an event with the game at the time, and it was for, I think, Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2.
Sure.
And they were promoting it, and they were asking, I think the community manager at the time for game, Aaron Cooper, I don't know if you know him, he worked 2K Games now. He was suggesting with Chin, you guys need like some sort of fan community name, because you have the community, it's just you don't have a name for it. And then Chin was like, okay, what's the name for it? And then there was someone called do you remember Not Marky or Marky on Twitter? He came up with the name KT Family, or the or the TK Family back then. We need another Koei Tecmo Day. I think that's really something that I really want to do. And Koei, if you're listening, we'll make that happen. But like I said, I think back then the community was very well received. It was exactly, and I think that's I've never seen another gaming community that's so tight knit like Koei's one. Yeah, so it's all the games. Like I've seen people interact with like I'm even before I played DOA, I was friends with people who only played DOA and never played Dynasty Warriors. And then you introduce them to games, you're like, oh dude, play Dynasty Warriors, or play this, or play that. And now that everyone's into everything, and it's just so nice. And it's also the fact that there's a lot of stuff within the community, like giveaways, free stuff Fridays. I don't think it's
a nice way to be rewarded for like the love you have for your team and for your family to like get like free merchandise for your favorite games and stuff. It's a nice way of saying, hey, thank you for like supporting us.
When Chin left, that was one of the big things I wanted to make sure was kept, because obviously Chin fostered this great community. And everyone is so lovely. I mean, Chin introduced me in the early days when I started to the community, and they're all so nice. And I loved everyone. And I mean, the Freebie Friday was something which I think when Chin left nearly disappeared. And I was very adamant that we keep kind of that stuff. I just like kind of, giving something back to the community. They always are really nice to us, and always are doing a lot for us. I think it's nice that we can reward them with something. And Freebie Friday and other competitions, we're running loads as we can. It's always good. I think it's a nice way to interact with everyone and give them a chance.
Going back on there, you said you wanted to, like, in terms of rewarding the community, but I also think the fact that we get games from you guys is a reward. I remember Warriors Orochi 3 was something that was never planned for overseas release. And it was something that Chin said, and I think he mentioned it on his personal Twitter at the time. I don't think he could have tweeted it on the Koei thing. He said, if you want it to happen, I want you guys to tell me. Yeah. And the amount of people that were like, yeah, we want this game. So I think if it wasn't for the community, we wouldn't see games like Orochi 3, or we wouldn't see a lot of the games that don't get English, English dubs and things like that. I think the community needs a big thank you as well, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't see games like Orochi, we wouldn't see All Stars, we wouldn't see all of these games anymore. So I think that's...
The devs love seeing what everyone thinks. And obviously if we're making a game in Japan and that kind of, is in consideration to come over and they can see all the hype for it, then that's a really good selling point for the dev team to be like, you know what, let's give it to the fans. Sure. And that's awesome. I love the fact that the community is so vocal, because that's what you need with the community. You need them to tell you what you should be doing.
It's 20 years of Megaforce this year, correct?
Yeah.
And it's also another celebration.
There is.
Yeah. Your birthday.
My birthday.
What's your birthday?
When is my birthday?
We're going to see on all the future Koei games, instead of a Crunchyroll thing, it's just going to be a birthday card. Happy birthday, Nathan.
Celebrate my birthday.
That's what it is.
No, seriously, when is your birthday?
It's on the 25th of July.
25th of July.
Anniversary of another company.
Yeah.
One that have hired me. So I'm born the same day as Koei was born. I need to clarify this right now. I'm not 40, guys. In case I look that way. Yeah, so calm down. No, it's we will be. I mean, we have to go anyway. It's my birthday. Yeah. Firstly, we'll probably we're going to spend the day gaming. I think celebrating all our releases. I mean, we like to have kind of days in the office, especially in the summer when it quietens down for us a little bit. We kind of just bond together.
You're not going to get like a birthday cake?
I mean, the guys are going to get me a birthday cake.
Quick question: what's your favorite cake?
Oh, see, I'm torn now. You're making this hard for me. You're making this hard because Right. Red Velvet is awesome, firstly. So, firstly, I also love chocolate cake a lot. Like, chocolate cake is up. But I've kind of gone on to, like, donuts more than cakes a bit more. We've been getting Krispy Kremes for people's birthdays recently. Damn, I am sold on Krispy Kremes.
What's your favorite donut from Krispy Kreme?
Can I say the entire box? Because I would eat an entire box.
What kind of flavors?
Okay,
we're talking about
the
original glaze.
Nutella one is on point. I'm going to say... Oh, Reese's Peanut Butters. I'm actually hungry right now, and I would love a donut. Can we get some donuts then?
We can get you some donuts, but where's the nearest Krispy Kreme? That's the question.
We actually have a Morrison's booth with a Krispy Kreme inside.
Where is Morrison's?
Yeah, we have a Morrison's just in town, and like every lunch we have to walk past the Krispy Kreme booth. So we open the door, and then just walk out. We probably look really crazy, just like three guys from Koei walking in, sniffing the donut stand and leaving. We mean well. We sell games, so we've got that. I should have bought donuts. I feel like I should have had the donuts here, so when this came up, I could just be like, what?
Not share them to anyone.
No, they're just mine. Why would we share with them?
Exactly.
They're not on the podcast.
They didn't come here.
Yeah, we've got some like
I mean,
Yeah, they're nice, but I mean,
if they don't come and say hi, are they nice? I mean,
This is why Nathan gave us Attack on Titan, because it was a donut. That's what it was.
I thought there was a mutual exchange happening,
Okay.
and that didn't happen.
There is actually a mutual exchange. That brings me on to the. I want to finish this episode by giving you guys something. It's very odd, but there's only two of these in the world. We are finishing the episode.
We didn't even ask any of the questions we answered.
We didn't, but I think
back if you want to ask them again.
But there is like no.
there's 18 questions. We only answered one.
No, like seriously, sorry. What was the original topic of this episode?
The original topic of this episode was Dynasty Warriors 9,
Yeah,
but
we didn't
we're
even
talking
go-
about
we talked
donuts.
We went off topic and stuff
But,
like said.
guys-
we did. Oh my god.
So
Did we even speak about Dynasty Warriors?
no, we didn't. We briefly spoke about Jinkai and that was it. But let's. Okay, good game. Buy Dynasty Warriors 9. It's out on Steam. It's out on Xbox One and PS4.
And AOT2 out yesterday.
And AOT2 out yesterday.
Xbox, Steam, and PC. No, I said Steam.
Steam and PC.
PS4, Xbox, Switch, and Steam. It
But-
even comes if you buy AOT2. You also will get a Crunchyroll 30-day free trial.
Yeah, use our Crunchyroll trial, not the one that comes with the game. You can use that afterwards, but
Buy the game.
and then buy the game. buy 2 copies of the game.
Yeah, make sure you have two. Give one to a friend.
Yeah. No, buy 2 copies for yourself and then buy 2 copies for your friend. That's how it is. Speaking of games, we got this. This is actually, there's a story behind this game. And I'll let you think about that. Now, this game, it's signed, but it's very odd about it. That's what makes it really rare. We were given a copy of Warriors Orochi 3 Hyper. We don't have a Wii U. But we were given this. Chin was giving them away. I think people answering questions. We got 2 copies. One for each of us. A lot of people, instead of doing anything with it, because a lot of people didn't have a Wii U at the time, a lot of people sold it at CX in MCM, so they got the game for free and then sold it,
Oh, damn, okay.
which is a bit douchey. But what we did was we noticed that there was some voice actors there. I understand that this game is Japanese voice only, but this actually happened. We got to meet Yuri Lowenthal and Tara Platt, the voices of Sunse, Zhang He, and Wang Yuanji. And Zhang Liang, but we met a lot of them, and basically they saw that I had the game, and they thought it was Dynasty Warriors, so they were like, "Oh, we got to sign this," and they took it from me and they signed it. So they signed it, and then I thought, okay, I have this signed copy. I also Troy Baker. We had Troy Baker sign it. We also had Richard Epcar signed it as well. We had Lex Lang, voice of Zhuge Liang, sign it. We got. No, Carl Ebert didn't come to London. That's why. But we basically, our initial plan was to get these and sign them and then sell it off for an auction and give it to charity. We had 2 copies. One of them we're still doing that for, but this copy is for Koei.
No way, you serious?
Yeah, this copy's for Koei.
Thank you guys. This is so cool.
So, because we always like to bring special gifts to people that we...
I remember that day. I went up to Troy Baker and I was like, "Can you do Hayabusa's voice?" And he looked to me like, people are asking for like Batman kind of stuff, and I'm just like, "No, I'm here for Ninja Gaiden."
Oh, that's another thing. It's when we went to see them, they were all very happy because, for example, to see Yuri Lowenthal, because he was Yosuke on Persona and things, and he's a Prince of Persia and stuff like that. And when he saw this, and he's also Ben 10. When we spoke to him originally, the people in the line, we went in line twice, and we took a picture with him, and he was very happy that we brought this up because he loves those. He loves Zhang He, and one of his favorite characters. He told me to voice. Play Sun Ce, and I don't think Taishi's there, but I think there's a bunch of characters that he voiced in Dynasty Warriors, and they were very happy because he also voices Hayate. Oh, that's another thing. What's his name? The guy that voices Sonic. Do you know his name? He also voices Ezio from Assassin's Creed, and a lot of people going to him. Oh, he's gonna be so upset that I forgot his name. So sad.
I know his name.
But he's the voice of Zhang Liao, and
Oh, and even did the voice like we didn't ask him.
yeah, we didn't ask him. He saw the game. He was like Zhang Liao.
Like, we love you.
We loved him, and because a lot of people were coming for like the mainstream games. Roger Smith. So
We're close with Richard.
we're close with
We got
Richard.
closer with Richard.
But yeah, he was a great sport about it. So all of them are really cool. So we asked them to sign it.
Troy Baker was on the spot and I told him, I'm a ninja. He just said like.
No, he said something. I remember it. He said something really dark and depressing, and then
Dark thunderstorms and stuff, and anyone randomly like, I'm a ninja, and just like.
I'm a ninja. I was like, whoa, so cool. We do understand that their characters are in the game, their characters, but they didn't voice it. But it's pretty cool. No one else has this, so I think that's for you guys as like a thank you. They were really cool. They're very difficult to get on. I spoke to Yuri, and Yuri said we never had them on because they were so busy. Yuri, KG, oh my god, KG is so amazing. Anyway, they're really cool people, but it was very difficult to get those guys on because they Yuri Lowenthal and Tara recently had a child, so it's like it's very, very difficult to get them on because I was rooting for them from the first day. They're really cool. They're really cool people. But anyway, that's for you guys.
We'll put that on the shelf. We've got a nice shelf.
This is mine. So I'll put that there.
That will just be like in the middle. So.
Yeah, enjoy that. I think there's only 2 people. They're selling it online on eBay. I'm like, ah man, come on.
Really rare Koei Tecmo signed by KTE. No, we'd never do that.
But yeah, so there's only 2 of these in the world.
That is cool.
So that's something. Two of these copies of the Wii U game in the world.
Is that bad? Have I got the other one?
And I don't know if it's something you want to show the Japanese guys next time they come in. Just saying, because last time when we spoke to Chin, he gave us a poster, Dynasty Warriors 2 poster from back in the day, and I've yet to frame it. Oh, so good. Dynasty Warriors 2 best game. Anyway, if you guys want to support us, go check out Crunchyroll for your 14-day free trial. And go to crunchyroll.com/kunai. Once you've done that, once you signed up for that free trial, go buy Attack on Titan 2, and then use the 30-day free trial. And fun fact, if you buy Attack on Titan 2 and you tell me that you've bought the game, I will give you the first 2 people that do that, I will give you a 3-month subscription to Crunchyroll. I'm that generous. So I'll give that to you guys if you buy the game and take a picture. You have the game, but we already get Crunchyroll for free anyway.
Just give her 3 copies.
That's it. So if you've bought the game and you show me that you bought the game, I will give you a 3-month Crunchyroll subscription. You didn't buy it. I said if you bought the game. So if you're a member of the press and you're trying to, but
10 different Twitter accounts.
that's it. Just posting the same thing. So I think that's the end of the episode. Thank you very much, Nathan.
Thank you guys for having me. It's been a pleasure to be on. I can't wait.
Hopefully we get you back on soon. And then thank you very much for Georgina. Thank you.
Even I was part of this, I just jumped into the conversation.
But that's how this is. This is a very friendly environment. Free for all. Yeah.
Sounds scary now.
That's what it is.
It's my turn to speak.
You just punch.
Give me the mic.
Or you just bite your thumb and you just turn into a titan. Thank you.
Have the same haircut, so just...
Do you think so?
You and Aaron?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, clearly.
Like Titan Aaron.
Hell you. Hell you.
No. But his hair is really nice.
Omega Fos. We didn't.
Judging his hair.
We're judging his hair. His hair's amazing.
He conditions it before it turns into...
Oh, he uses Head and Shoulders. Clearly, yeah. Yeah. You don't want dandruff, especially if you're a titan.
It makes you fall off on everyone.
Yeah. It's not nice.
Rhino doesn't have nice hair. It's dry.
I mean, they're in the middle of a war. They can't condition themselves.
No, they have to take care of their hair.
Have butter or something to like...
Butter?
Oil or something.
I know times are desperate, but I would not put butter in my hair.
Coconut butter, maybe? I don't know. I never understood Titans. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You know, being fanboys and fangirls, and Georgina's looking at me like I'm so unimpressed. Why are you just doing this? You're hurting me, Georgina. You know that. Get to the point. All right, I'm going to ask the questions. Jeez.
She wants the deep...
I just want the gossip.
You want the gossip. She's here for the gossip, guys.
the deep stuff.
Stay in stool, kids. Don't do drugs.
Stay in stool.
Stay in stool.
Just stay in stool.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Sorry, guys.